Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's talk Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 Plus 4. I put 25 hours on that game across PS5 and PC's Battle.net, so I had a blast playing it. I don't think there's cross progression. I've checked to see if maybe my Activision account was linked. Yes, they are, and I have not seen the cross progression activate at all. I do know that it's cross play, so you can play across all platforms. Yes, but cross progression, nah. So literally, I had to start from scratch again, which is not entirely bad, but also not good when you realize what they've removed from the game. So I didn't have to actually go through any hassle trying to catch up to where I was. Now, is it worth the purchase? The game is $49.99, and I think the deluxe edition is $69.99. It features Doomslayer, some Revenant, some boards to unlock, some gear, some some items, stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you straight truth. I don't think it's worth $70. I don't think it's worth $70 for what they're trying to offer. However, they gutted out enough content for me to just say, listen, the $50 version, if you guys can get that, just keep it like that, man. Plus, the game is already out now. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying it. So let's actually talk about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 Plus 4. So one thing that I liked is the visuals. The visuals, the graphics, it looks beautiful, stunning. They revamped everything, just like Tony Hawk 1 and 2. They did the same thing here with 3 and 4. It looks absolutely beautiful, if not better. The online is flawless. I haven't had any issues lagging, nothing like that at all. Even going cross-play across other platforms, nothing bad of the sort, right? The created character, I think they got some nice deep customization there, some fun customization, some name brands that we're familiar with. All that stuff is cool and great. Also, the attribute upgrades and stuff like that is still returns into the game. Obviously, you can unlock more points as you progress in your levels. However, when we talk about the career mode, they gutted out the open world career mode in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, and they turned it into 2-minute missions. I know a lot of y'all out there are not happy with that. For me, it is a huge letdown, However, it doesn't make or break my experience. It just sucks that what once was an open world, you would have thought, damn, this would look great in a remake like this. They removed it out of the game. So yeah, that's another reason why I'm like paying $70 for this. I don't care about having Doomslayer. Now, shout out to Activision. They gave me a code, but I don't think Doomslayer, Revenant, and all this little content they give you is worth it to just pay $70 unless that content was there and was never gutted out. Introducing new skaters into the game makes it feel refreshing. It makes it feel like a brand new game you're experiencing with all the new skaters that you see that are out currently today, like Naja Houston. And that one female, she's Brazilian, forgive me because I'm not good with names, but there's so many different people in this game that's like, wow, it feels like a brand new title, a brand new IP. They got all the featured modes that you could think of course, the online, which we're gonna get to in a second, because I got like a little bit of a gripe with that. But all in all, I just think all the missions, everything, the music, they had to switch out a lot of songs. So you have some songs you might be familiar with, but they completely revamped a lot of the playlist due to the fact of licensing and stuff like that. Bam Margera is, yes, in the game, and they got some cool little features, some Easter eggs. I don't want to spoil it for y'all. I think it's pretty cool. Just know whatever Activision got under their belt probably was added here as an Easter egg, and I think it's pretty damn cool, man. As you guys probably saw videos, Michelangelo is also a playable character, and a few others. Now let's talk about the multiplayer. Look, I'll be on the island all by myself. I don't mind. I'll be the minority in this situation where you guys probably disagree. And some of y'all are probably gonna be like, hey, listen, man, this game was out already for like 20-something years. If you don't know the buttons or controls by now, then you're just doo-doo. And I think that's actually the problem. What they failed to do was add an extra learning curve to the game, which would have allowed the veterans to try to like learn it up as well with us, for those who probably don't have that much experience, and jump on the game and try to get used to the controls and try to learn how to do better combos. However, the controls are basically the same. And so for those who played Pro Skater 1 and 2, man, they're cooking on this mode, like on the multiplayer. And they only have local, they have private, and then they have something called Hawk, which is like a hide and seek mode, which is not really like something people want to stay on all day. The graffiti mode, the combo mambo mode, the highest score modes, like all that is under the competitive tab. So when you go to the competitive mode, you're going up against nothing but pros. There's a couple of people that you could probably go up against, but for the most part, you have people that are insane. And I don't know if they're using their created character and they kind of just have everything maxed out, their attributes, because you can do that. But as soon as the match would start, they do something flimsy. See, I've played Tony Hawk in my past, but I've never been the best with combos. But like 2 seconds in, they got like 23,000 times 8. And I'm like, how the hell do you do this? How do you get a 23,000 like within 5 seconds? And it's like, it's basically impossible to try to beat these guys. Now, again, like I said, I'll be on an island all by myself. I'm not here to complain about it. I understand the territory. This ain't my lane, and I'm jumping back into Tony Hawk as it from playing it as a kid, trying to get back into the groove of things. But these people have been playing this game since they were kids, never stopped, played the remake 1 and 2, and now are playing 3 and 4, and they're just beasting. They don't give no wiggle room for anybody like myself who's kind of ass, or anybody else who's trying to jump in, or new people, new fans of the series, to like learn the game enough to play these modes. And to be honest, I don't even know if that would even work if they added a rank and a regular mode, because to be honest, wouldn't regular ranked players or competitive ass players play on casual lobbies anyways and destroy everybody? Like, they would have had to go in and create such a deep rooted system, a deep rooted like piece of content and like upgrades and rewards to basically make it make sense to have casuals stay on the casual side and competitive players play on the competitive tab. But I'm looking here, they got free skate. You can practice amongst your peers and people who are ass or good, but man, they don't have it to where casuals could kind of like go up against each other, or like a ranking system. What I would have honestly liked was when you're playing that, like the skill-based side of it, as you rank up, maybe they would have had like the skateboard bronze, skateboard silver, golds, platinum, diamonds. You know, it's like playing Marvel Rivals. You stay within the gap of whatever your, I guess, your rank is. They don't have that in the game. You just free ball. Everybody's for themselves, like Hunger Games. And you can get in the lobby and you're thinking you're cooking because you're probably like the first person to like get some points up. You might get like 40,000. It says you take the lead. Within like 3 minutes, no, sorry, not even 3 minutes, because the lobbies are like 1 minute, 2 minutes. But like 30 seconds in, the person is still comboing and they got like 50,000 times 50. And they got in the lobby with like 12 million points. So for me, I'm like, damn, I'm still having fun playing, and it makes me want to get better at the game. But for those who just jumped in and want like a brand new skateboarding game and they don't want to wait for Skate 4 to drop or Skate 3 to get back on that, y'all gonna have a tough ass time if you're not at that level. So you might play with just your friends. You might play Hawk, which is the hide and seek mode. I don't care for that, where you hide letters and you gotta find it. I'm not interested in that. Or you might have to free skate or local multiplayer or private. You guys tell me. For the 25 hours that I did put into this game, I'm having a wonderful time. It feels really good, very rewarding, just getting off as many combos as possible. Like I said, comparing this to Skate, you feel rewarded by landing some moves and really creating cinematic experiences. That's how I look at it. In Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3-4 or in the previous ones, it's really about comboing, going nuts, and just timing. And just, you got like the biggest score. Like, it's insane. But yes, I feel like it's worth the 50 for what they do give you with everything, the challenges, the shop, the skaters. They added some new content in there, some new music they added. They did take away a lot of content for those like open world and in Pro Skater 4. Some of the characters that are in the game are restricted with the movesets, which you can customize. They don't even matter. But nonetheless, I think it is worth the 50. But the deluxe edition, I personally don't think so. I don't think so. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think this game is a W. It could be fixed with some tweaks and some additional modes and stuff like that to help out casuals like myself. But y'all let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's your boy 3G, and I'm out of here, man. God bless. Peace.